So I've got some questions for you.
Okay, slightly nervous.
Slightly nervous? Good.
A little bit.
Good. That means they're good questions. So we'll start out easy. And this is just to get people to get to know you.
Okay.
Right? First, what is your favorite food?
Oh, my favorite food. Well, I grew up with a mom who's a bit of a foodie. So yeah, there's not just one, but like, I mean, I love a good steak, which trails into a really good burger. Also awesome. I have a weird, I love Caesar salad. Like it, just amazing with like hot grilled to perfection chicken. Like I know it's probably pretty boring when I say it out loud. It sounds really dumb. Protein, is that like an acceptable answer? I like a lot of protein. Yeah, I do protein. I don't do pasta and like noodles and like starchy. I like them. They don't like me back, so I don't eat them a whole lot.
You had one food you could eat forever. What would it be?
One food that I could eat forever?
Like if you just, your last meal, what would it be?
Nobody's gonna understand this, but I love scrambled eggs. Oh, I love eggs. Eggs is probably the best answer. I love eggs in all forms, but I love scrambled eggs with little chunks of like melty cream cheese. It sounds weird, but it is magical. If you like, just don't knock it till you try it. Yes, that's the answer. Scrambled eggs with cream cheese.
Are you a big bagel and like bagel on the side, but it's mainly just cream cheese in the middle? Are you a big?
If I'm gonna have a bagel, it's gonna be half a bagel with like half the block of cream cheese. Absolutely yes. Immediately yes. If there's cream cheese or eggs in any of it, I will try it. That's a solid bet.
Okay, next question. What is your favorite color?
Okay, so favorite color in general. Wait, are we talking like for me to wear or just like favorite color? Because those might be different answers-ish.
Favorite color for anything. If somebody were to get you a gift and they didn't know what color to choose.
Ooh, green. It's the most beautiful neutral, right? I mean, come on. So, and I do love to wear it. It's starting to love me less, which makes me sad, but it's because of the hair. But yeah, green, like a nice sage or like a rosemary green, gorgeous. Emerald green, chef's kiss. I love green. And I think that green is like the most beautiful color neutral, right? Like you've got beige, white, cream, that whole family. And I love me a solid beige moment. I'm here for it. But you throw in a little bit of green, still neutral, but it gives some like depth and personality to the whole situation. So yeah.
I'm wearing green right now.
Green.
Yeah.
Green's the answer.
I mean, you're wearing green on your watch.
I am.
Most memorable showing you've ever had?
Okay, so I cannot give a simple answer, and I think that's pretty clear. Okay, so it's not so much one particular showing. It is a particular set of clients that I swear, if I saw something weird, it was with them. And they know exactly who they are. Because I said at one point, I'm like, they're not gonna believe that I show houses to literally anyone else, because every time we're at a showing, I'm like, haven't seen this one before. And it's just the weirdest, funniest, bizarre, most inappropriate, like if it falls into one of those extreme categories, it was with these particular clients. Tom and Jamie, I love you guys.
Most memorable one from that couple though?
Okay, so like my top two favorites. So one, we went to see this house, and you know how there's like carriage lights on the garage or like, you know, light fixtures outside. So this particular one was an arm holding like it's like the Statue of Liberty style, right? But it was like kind of janky, like it was falling off. That was pretty great. I've never seen a dislocated arm for a light fixture. But I think my second favorite like thing with them, we walked into this closet, and one of the things that she looked for in every house is like, where would you put the vacuum? Because it matters. And we walk into this closet and there's like, I don't know, 7 vacuums. Like it was the weird and all different. It was like a timeline of vacuums. I mean, there were some really, really old ones in there, and then like a cute little stick vac. Like it was really a sight to be seen. It was something.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Neither were we.
How long have you been in real estate?
I have been in the real estate space. In March, it'll be 10 years, which is wild to me that it's been 10 whole years. One of the girls on the team said I should throw a party. I don't think she's wrong, but yeah, 10 years.
That's a decade. You have a name for the group of years.
Right. Yeah, it is crazy. I absolutely love it though. I never thought in a million years that I would ever stick with anything this long.
Can you see yourself sticking in it another 10 years?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is it. I'm a lifer for sure. I mean, I can't imagine doing literally anything else.
Your dream house. What does it look like and where is it at?
My dream house.
We cut you a check for $1 billion. Where are you living? What does it look like?
You know, it's interesting. People ask us all the time, they're like, oh, you must want to move constantly. And it's actually the opposite because we see the chaos and all the things. But you do pick up some really amazing ideas along the way. I really feel like it would be in somewhere near mountains and water. So like a lake at the bottom of a beautiful mountain with all the windows. Like I cannot, when I say I like natural light, there's no, all the windows. And I know that people are gonna probably judge me for that between fingerprints and like energy efficiency, and it's fine. I'll take the hate. But all the windows and lots of earth elements inside. Like I know people love their luxury vinyl floors and that's great, but I love me like some good hardwood floors and like butcher block. Island in the kitchen, lots of brass and green in a lot of places because I love green. But yeah, light, bright, all the windows.
Any cool features in there that you would make sure you had, like an ice cream bar or something, like a full? Were you gonna build like an actual your favorite restaurant indoors or?
No, I would definitely have an epic shower, like just the shower of life and all the dreams. Amazing shower and bathtub that's just massive. What else would I do? Definitely an ice machine, which I know sounds really, really small by comparison to all the things, but we have a countertop ice maker right now that sounds like the door on a horror film every time it tries to move its little arm. Anyway, it's dying a very sad, slow death. But anyway, we love to entertain and we use a lot of ice in our house. So a big, like the Mac Daddy of ice makers. Yeah, I don't know. Gorgeous multiple fireplaces. I love a real, like a legitimate fire, not just like a fake log fire, a real fire. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other cool features. A library with like an old library ladder. Not because I have any interest in climbing said ladder, but I just think it's pretty and I like things that are pretty. But I would love a real library in my house. That'd be amazing. An ice machine. I know. It's so basic.
Like one like this big?
Like I don't know.
Like and you open the door.
Like Sonic Ice. Like
yeah.
Yes, that's.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See, even my big dreams are pretty reasonable.
You're like, I just want hardwood floors and an ice machine.
Hardwood floors and an ice machine and all
green.
the windows.
And all the windows.
All the windows.
Ice machine. That one's gonna stick with me.
Yeah.
Share with us, if you will, your secret addiction no one knows about.
Well, I think everybody knows about it. I think it's not hard to figure out what the addiction is here. It's
How many cups do you have?
You know what? I have not counted. But I could if we really needed to. It's an obnoxious amount.
Will any cup do?
No, it has to be the big, dumb, like ridiculously large because I drink a lot of water and it needs to have a handle. I don't like and this has to fit in the cup holder because I don't need it just, free range out there like an idiot rolling around the car. Like, yeah, there are parameters. It has to be the insulated kind so that it actually stays cold or hot, depending on the vibe. You need multiples sometimes, the hot one, the cold one. You have to have options.
A little bonus question here for this. How much do you think you've spent on cups?
I don't No. I mean, I tend to buy them when there's a good sale. That helps, right? Yeah, when it's like a buy one, get one situation, even though the get one is like 1 to 20% off, but it's still on sale. It still counts.
So if anybody wants to get you a gift, it's...
A big dumb cup is a solid bet. Yep. Can't go wrong.
Is there one that you don't have yet that you're eyeing? Like it's in your wish list?
Yes. It's not based on any sort of function because I've never actually owned any of this particular kind, but it's the Hydro Jug in all the pretty fall colors because I love all of the fall. There's like a brown with like a bronze. Oh, it's beautiful. Gorgeous. And there's like a green and a gold, and I'm so here for it. But I've never owned that brand, so I don't know if they're actually like, if it won't leak, because you know, this guy, pretty magic. So
do you think it's pretty enough that if it leaked a little bit, you'd be like,
oh, I'd totally tolerate it. Totally tolerate it. Be like, it's fine. It's fine. She's so pretty. So, you know, it'll be fine.
Okay, here's a good one. Your worst financial decision you have ever made.
Oh, that's a deep question. I'm going to flip it a little bit. The worst financial decision that I made was not buying the cabin that my husband wanted to buy when he wanted to buy it. I was scared and super hesitant because we did not grow up with a whole lot of money. So the idea of owning a nice big primary home, it's the dream, right? It's this amazing home that you absolutely love. The idea of owning a second home or a vacation property was absolutely outrageous. And so when this dude, my darling husband, suggested that we buy this cabin that backed up to like Corps engineer property, or was it state park property, whatever it is, was never going to be built on. I was being a little, I'll say it, picky. It's not even about being particular. I was being a bit of a little shit and being too picky. And had we bought that when he suggested it, it would have been an incredible decision because we could have turned around and then sold it during the height of the real estate chaos and made a killing on that. And instead, this chick waited for said real estate chaos on the front side of it. So thankfully we still got a great rate and a really good price, but we still own it, and I would be okay to not, because we have other things we want to do. So that was the worst financial decision I've made, is not buying when he suggested that we did.
Is the difference like a pretty big difference from when y'all bought it?
Oh, it's significant. Oh. Like significant. Yeah. Yeah. You live, you learn.
Well, with that, what is the best financial decision you've ever made?
Best financial decision I've ever made. We stayed modest with our home purchase. We stayed underneath what we could have, and we still live there. So we actually bought our home in the very beginning of my real estate journey. So we've been there almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in this upcoming summer. And so, you know, we got a great price on the house back then, and we've been there. Yes, we've had to put some money into it, and anybody who knows our story knows it's a doozy. So we have had to put some money into this house, but even with all of that, we have amazing equity. And so by staying there and just making improvements and doing things along the way as we need to, it's allowed us the ability to invest quite a bit. And so we've been able to grow our portfolio in ways that I just didn't think would honestly ever be possible. So we've made that a priority. You know, I drive a paid off car and it's great. And so, you know, we're able to put money into investment. So we have the real estate side, which we do have our cabin. We've got our home that we're still in after 10 years, but now we've got a portfolio with our investment guys, and we're very excited about what this means for our future as well as our kids.
So for a new agent that pops into this market and they're making some pretty good progress, and they start seeing their first big checks, what would you say would be the number one thing to keep in mind, or your advice to them when seeing bigger checks for the first time as a new agent?
Yeah, it's so exciting. When you get those, it really is. Sometimes it's almost shocking at first. I mean, you have no idea that that's even possible sometimes. My best advice is, especially with those first big ones, have a plan. And not everybody's plan is going to look the same, but have a plan. And so if your plan is to pay down debt that you've accumulated, or your plan is to start a particular type of investment or to purchase a particular type of investment, have a plan, but your plan can't absorb all of that. You've got to set some aside for taxes. You've got to set some aside for savings, and then you can use the rest towards your plan. You know, as long as you've got the essentials covered, and taxes and savings are absolutely essential, especially in real estate, because those big checks aren't going to come every other week. They're not going to come even once a month. Like, that's not how it works, especially when you're first getting started. So have a plan for the funds that doesn't absorb all of it in one shot.
For new agents that are seeing every expense as a write-off and are in that loop of, I can just write it off, I can just write it off. What would you tell that person? If young Katie, as a young real estate agent, was in that position, what would you tell her?
You have to educate yourself. Most things are a write-off, but not at 100%. And so you have to get with somebody who knows better than you. Educate yourself and make sure, and even if it is a write-off, it doesn't mean that you can just get stupid with your expenses. You still need to treat it like it's a business. And so there is a time and a place to kind of splurge a little bit and go the extra. But most of the times you still need to look at it as a business and understand that you have expenses. You want to operate in a way that's going to maximize every penny that you spend. So you have to be mindful of that. And the only way you can be mindful is by understanding what things are written off at 100%, what things are 50%, you know, so you can make strategic and educated decisions on what you're going to do with your business. Get with someone who knows more than you do. And there's something to be said for, maybe you are the quote unquote smartest person in the room, right? That's great. And kudos to you. That doesn't mean that you can't take a golden nugget from the person who's, you know, still wet behind the ears and fresh in the room for the first time. They probably have something that you've completely overlooked, because when you are fresh in an industry or to a group or a setting, your path looks different. Like I said, I've been in this 10 years almost, right? So how I learned what I know, like that, it's so different now. I didn't grow up in real estate with all these tools and the technology. Like, it really wasn't there. And so, you know, the things that newer agents have access to now and the ways that they're being taught how to enter into the industry is wildly different. Like, the concept is the same, at least in my opinion. It's about relationships, but the tools and the tricks and all of the things that they have now that they're, you know, getting their introduction with is completely different from what we had when I got licensed. So the newest person in the room absolutely has something valuable that I need to listen to.